Until the day the writ drops and Elections Canada rules start to govern spending, the Conservatives have about a 1.5 to $1 advantage over you in fundraising and therefore in spending. How do you compete?
You know what, I don't spend too much time worrying about what the Conservative strategy is going to be or how much money they're going to spend. I focus on the conversations that we're having with Canadians, the connection that we're building, the trust that the Liberal Party has to rebuild, and the hard work we have to do. And I think that focus, I joke that we'll let my opponents focus on me while I focus on Canadians, but that's really what's working. I'll let the Conservatives go with all the attack ads they like, and I sense and I hear from across the country that people are genuinely tired of that.
In your speech to the Liberal Convention in February in Montreal, you began to flesh out the middle class appeal. But there's a whack of data that suggests that the middle class has actually seen its income grow in the last decade. Does that make it harder for you to sell the idea that the middle class is facing trouble and needs help?
People are facing record levels of personal and household debt. People are very much worried that our kids are not going to have the same kinds of opportunities that we inherited from our parents. There is an anxiety out there, and it's encapsulated by something I hear an awful lot from people, which is that Canada's doing well, the Canadian economy seems to be doing reasonably well, but Canadians are struggling.
So if a government was more inclusive, reached out to more people, it would be able to build more pipelines?
Yes.
So vote Liberal for Keystone and Kinder Morgan?
For Keystone, yes. Kinder Morgan, we're watching the process go through.
Do you regret making your comments about marijuana so far before the election? Funny thing about marijuana is it tends to suck a lot of the air out of the room for other issues.
Our current approach on marijuana is not protecting our kids. We're number one of 29 different countries in terms of teen marijuana usage. That's not good enough. And we're giving millions upon millions of dollars every year to criminal organizations and street gangs, which is nonsensical as well.
They've got 13 months to switch out their leader and send someone else against you at the next election. Do you think that's going to happen?
Again, I've given up on trying to second guess what Mr. Harper is going to do or not do. I know that the record of the past 8 years of how they've been, of how they've behaved, is going to be what we're running against in the next election, regardless of who the leader is. So,